Hey, what is up guys? My name is Silk and today I'm making just an update video on the Finalmouse and just going to be looking at the Finalmouse Ultralight Phantom Edition. So if you guys have seen it before, like I already had the regular Finalmouse, the black one, and the only thing that really changed on it is I put a new cable on it and I put on some Hyperglide feet. And honestly that mouse is like really good. But I was so happy with it that I just decided to get the Phantom as well. And now I've got it, I'm just going to be going over some differences and I don't know whether it's worth the upgrade or not. So just a quick summary of the Finalmouse, if you guys haven't seen my first video or seen any videos on the Finalmouse already. It's like the lightest mouse available right now, I think, besides really smaller mice. It's definitely the lightest large mouse available. It's ambidextrous, and it's like a pretty large like kind of shape. Um, it really gets this lightweight from having all these holes cut in the top, and they've also just saved weight pretty much everywhere possible. So yeah, that's basically all you really need to know about the mouse. Other than that, it's got like separable mouse buttons, 3360 sensor, and it's got a pretty okay coding, and it's got really good side mouse buttons. But yeah, that's about it. Next thing I just want to go over real quick is the differences from the regular Finalmouse, and the main difference is definitely the Phantom cord. This is basically, they've done this to stop people from going out and replacing their cords with like paracords and stuff. On my old Finalmouse, I had like a spare Zowie mouse lying around, so I just put on the Zowie cable because I didn't really want to spend the money on a paracord. But honestly, I'd recommend just paracording your Finalmouse if you're thinking about just upgrading anyway, because I'll go over this pretty soon, but I don't think it's worth upgrading to the Phantom if you already have the normal Finalmouse. However, the other difference is the final grip coating, which is just like a rubberized kind of coating. It's alright, I don't think it's that great, and honestly I wouldn't upgrade just for the coating. Anyways, if you want to see the cable in action, and I'll just click the mouse buttons as well while I'm at it. Here's a quick clip of me just like flicking the mouse around just so you can see the cable move. And I'll also get another clip after that, which is showing the regular Finalmouse and its clicks, with the cable moving as well on the same bungee. So we'll cut to that right now. So hopefully that gives you guys a quick idea of like how the cable actually performs. It's hard to explain, but I feel like the Finalmouse like Phantom cord is more willing to flex a little bit. So when you're like moving it around, it actually has like less strain on the bungee. Because as you can see in the like regular Finalmouse clips, that Zowie cable, it's forcing the bungee to move a bit, whereas the Finalmouse isn't because it's like really flexible. So I'd say the cable is definitely good, but it's not worth the upgrade. The next difference between the two mice is the coating, and you can get the same coating on the Sunset Edition, but I'd say it's like fairly good, right? So I'd say the coating on the Phantom is definitely better than the like default coating, the plastic. However, again, it's not really worth the upgrade unless you have massive problems with the plastic coating, and even then you could use something like grip tape if you want. Um, Again, like if you're getting your first Finalmouse, then I'd 100% recommend getting one with final grip and the Phantom cord. That way you don't have to mod anything but the mouse feet, which I'm going to go over now. So as I quickly said, the biggest issue with the Finalmouse, in my opinion, is just the mouse feet. Everything else is actually really good. Like it's got a 3360 sensor. I don't care about 500 hertz polling rate. The cable is now really good. The coding is pretty good. Like everything's really good for me. Besides the mouse feet, they are just really sharp on the edges, and they seem to scratch all the time. And the only real solution to this is just getting a pair of Hyperglides or like Corepad skates or whatever. I went with Hyperglides, the G Pro edition, for my regular Finalmouse, and I'd say they're really recommendable. They definitely just like they made the mouse feel more consistent. Like they don't wear out as like easily as normal mouse feet do, so it feels the same for longer. And also they're just like faster and they don't scratch your mouse pad as much. So I definitely recommend Hyperglides, but again, like Finalmouse has to pick up their game here. When you're paying this much for a mouse, you really shouldn't have to replace anything. So it's really not acceptable. But quick shout out to Hyperglide. They were doing a thing where Amazon reviewers could get a free set of Finalmouse Ultralight Hyperglides, and I quickly emailed them about that, and the support rep Mark Chan was just like an absolute legend, and he's had them like shipped out to me within like an hour or so. So big shout out to that guy and Hyperglide in general. Like I'm not sponsored. This video is like not endorsed in any way, but like I just really appreciate what they've done there. So yeah, I'd recommend just going with Hyperglides, and there's going to be some Finalmouse ones coming out soon, so you won't have to use G Pro ones anymore. So yeah, on to the next thing. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go over like my kind of recommendations if you're like getting a Finalmouse or if you already have one. So just like the first thing I'm gonna go over is if you don't already have a Finalmouse and you want to get one, Firstly, I'd say you want to only get it if your hands are over about 19 centimeters by about, I don't know, 9.5. That's about the threshold which I'd say it's worth getting one. Anything under, and there's probably better options for you. However, if you are within this threshold, I'd recommend getting a Finalmouse with the Phantom cord and with the Final Grip coating. Now, please, please, please don't get one right now off eBay. Whatever you do, don't go and spend $200 on a Finalmouse. Otherwise, you're gonna be disappointed. No mouse is worth 200 USD. It's just like that's just the facts, right? Also, if you already have a Finalmouse, I'd recommend not upgrading. If you haven't done anything to it already, go ahead and grab a paracord and then grab some hyperglides as well. That's going to be the biggest performance increase that you'll be able to get out of that mouse. But even if you still enjoy it without that stuff, then that's really good and you don't need to upgrade. But I'm just saying, like, if you're considering getting a Phantom, you may as well just hold back and then get the upgrade with the paracord and the hyperglides. However, the Phantom's never coming back, so I'd say, like, when I say Phantom, I mean just the new Finalmouse which they released, which will have the Final Grip and the Phantom cord, which I'm sure they're going to do. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video and it helped you guys out a little bit. I tried to keep it pretty short and I didn't want to go over the whole details about the mouse again, because by now everyone should already know. But this is just a quick comparison of the regular Finalmouse and the Phantom and whether you should get it or not. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.